we are back to doing more new cars, and today something very brand new, which you'll be seeing in a bit, but it is the Audi as well. And I'll be telling you and showing you guys more about this specific Audi. I'm Junior, and you're certainly going to enjoy this video. Doing something brand new, and yes, like I said, it is a Audi, but this one specifically is a 2025 Audi TFSI Black Edition A5, and yes, it is the best looking thing you can see currently in this display. But this one has a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with 200 kilowatts, but also it is also speculated that you can do 146 kilowatts and 400 newton meters of torque. You also do get an automatic transmission, and this one is an S-tronic specifically transmission, and yes, this one is an S-line as well. But besides that, it does a 0 to 100 time of, well, blithering seconds, and also top speed of 210 kilowatts an hour. But the fuel consumption is also very good with it. It does 8.1 kilometers over 100 kilometers, which is very good if you want to use it for zipping around the town or going on long distance trips. But besides that, let's jump into the exterior and let's look at the front end, and let's see if the front end is any different from the side and the back as well. Like I said, we start off with the front end of this car, and yes, well, as we all know, Audi is owned by VW, and some parts inside you'll be seeing it in a bit, while VW and Audi don't really do things properly. But if we start off with the front end of this car, since this has the Black Edition stuff, which includes the black grille as well, and also the black badge as well, and I love that this part is open to show that it uses ventilation. But the biggest problem is it's plastic, so you only get, well, some parts of it are actually good material, but the rest is just plastic. And also you do get your cameras and also your radar sensor. You also do get the radiator at the bottom and also this part at the top to also cool the radiator, because underneath there is actually a very good powerful engine with 146 kilowatts and 400 newton meters of torque. So you're going to need enough cooling to cool that turbo as well. But besides that as well, it also does look absolutely nice. I like the display of the front end. Also, look at the body. It is as long as the A5 is normally is, and this one specifically has 5 doors. So yes, it also has been redesigned, including the lights as well, which is the newer facelifted lights compared to the A3's lights. You also do get 2 main bulbs as well, and your daytime running lights. You also do get a washer bottle for the lights as well. You also do get a vent right here for your brake calipers and a gloss black mounting as well. Like I said, the front end by here, it is plastic, and also you get your radiator or radar sensor right there in the middle as well. You get the A5 plaque right here, because as well know it's a dealer's plaque. But besides that, let's see if the side and also the back is any different from the car. Like I said, yes, here at the back end, yes, you get a fully redesigned back end. You don't get the same back end that you got at the old A5, especially if you can see from one car, which it looks familiar with. Which if you look at the lights, you might say, oh, doesn't this look more like an e-tron? Yes, it does, because this light is inspired by the e-tron. And yes, I will perfectly and also admit that the e-tron does have a very beautiful exterior, and Audi has done that to put it into their production cars. You get a petrol and also you get a diesel version of this car, so you're still gonna get the exhaust tips at the bottom. And yes, you get this plastic finish, and you also do get the gloss black around it as well. You also get this whole LED strip in the middle, and like I said, this is the Black Edition. You get the black badge as well. You also do get, like I said, the gloss black finish and the 2 exhaust tips which are separated, which are oval, which makes it look absolutely nice. Audi has stopped making fake exhaust tips and started making real exhaust tips. So this is a very good thing. I love the diffuser at the bottom. It is very cool, but unfortunately it's plastic as well, like I said. So Audi need to step up with some of their qualities, but also you do get plastic here. You get a highlighted beam, you get the A5 badge there, and I love that Audi didn't go for this thing of having too many badges at the back. You just put the A5 badge right there. But like I said, let's jump into the side and see if the side is any different from the back. Like I said, we are at the side now, and yes, there is a bit of a difference, a change when it comes to the old A5. As you can see, the exterior looks more electric. It looks more different compared to the older A5. Yes, it does have 5 doors, but it is very different, including, if you do properly, yes, right here there's no handles. Instead, you have a button at the bottom that you push, which makes the look a bit more I would say flush. You have a gloss black finish right here. You also have the biggest filler cap I've ever seen for that holder just there, which makes it look a bit strange because it makes it feel a bit more electric, because electric cars have bigger fueler display thingies. Now in the petrol cars as well, it's a bit of a concern. You have a gloss black rounding around here, and yes, I love that Audi and VW do the same thing, which put right here on the doors the Audi badge and also the Audi A5 TFSI badge right there, which makes it look nice. I love the gloss black finish. You get the tinted lights with inside there, which I'll be showing you in a bit, which I'm not going to open the door. But if you look at the wheels, like I said, this is the black edition. You get the gloss black finish with black calipers as well. The brake discs are very good for braking. It has quattro all-wheel drive, so which means it splits 50-60 power, which means it's very good for braking as well. And the front end, well, the front as well has the same calipers as well, bigger calipers than at the back, and also bigger discs as well. You still get the black gloss black finish as well, with the logo of the Audi right there, the center cap as well. But let's see if we can go into the inside. But before we do that, I wanted to show you guys this. This is the mirror cap. Yes, for many of you, mirror caps in gloss black don't really look nice, but gloss black on this mirror cap looks absolutely nice. In fact, it stands out because this is a black edition, so it has to have a bit of a darker sense into it. It's like Batman. And also, since it's the newer A5, Audi has decided to redesign. Instead of having a two panoramic roof, instead of having a transparent roof, which you can switch to have a darker or lighter side. But right now, it's actually quite light. You also have the short signal right there. But besides that, let's jump into the inside and see if the inside is any different from the outside when it comes to the looks and the feeling as well. Right now, we are in the interior. And well, Audi has decided to step up with a lot of things when it comes to the interior. Not only do you get a flush look on the infotainment system and a passenger infotainment system, which I'll jump into in a bit, but yes, you do get a redesigned steering wheel. Yes, you get a redesigned steering wheel with everything that you would never expect from Audi to get. No, it doesn't have physical buttons. Instead, you have this. If you can feel the clicking sound, yes, Audi has also decided to make their buttons much more, a bit, I wouldn't say it's physical, but the display is much more digital. It makes it a bit more nicer. But if you look closely, there's some parts where Audi really stepped down with, such as the indicator stalks, which are made out of plastic. You also have your cruise control button there, which is also made out of plastic. And yes, some parts inside the car are made out of plastic, such as here, and also at the bottom part of the door. Looking at the bottom part of the door, you get two cup holders, 4 control panels for the windows, and yes, you get a digital plate or digital control panel right there that does a lot of stuff, including rain fogs and all those stuff. You get a chrome handle as well, subtle matte chrome, and also you get loads of cool goodies inside here. Well, if you jump into the interior, you get a lot of cool stuff. Well, you get this mirror right here, which is not going to be the ones that you flip over and has the reverse. Instead, everything, like I said, is right here. You get sun range right here, which are lighting as well, and as you close it, it does switch off. And like I said, you don't get panoramic, you get see-through roof, which is one of the best, coolest things I would say in the modern day century. And as you can see where my arm is resting, you also do get an armrest with space in between here, but unfortunately it doesn't have a USB port because it has wireless charging as an option. Yes, wireless charging is an option, but this one does have specifically wireless charging. You get 2 USB ports, you get a 12-volt socket right there, you get a control panel for the infotainment system as well. You get your hazard warning light, you get your traction control stuff here, you get your gear selector, which looks more like a rocket science kind of display. You also get a gloss black finish around it as well. You get 2 cup holders as well, and the gloss black doesn't end there. Around the infotainment system you also do get gloss black, and also behind it as well you do get gloss black. And besides that, let's jump into the infotainment system. Well, this one specifically is a 14.9-inch infotainment system that does all the stuff, including GPS and all the cool stuff. You also do get a passenger display as well, which is a 11 or 10.5-inch infotainment, which also can control cool stuff as well. You get your clocks, you get your navigation system as well, which you can transfer from here to here. You also do get your radio system. You also do get loads of other cool stuff right here, and also you can get your connectivity for your phone. But one thing that makes it very cool is that you can take some of the stuff from here and put it here. As you can see here, it has the GPS, so it's here as well. Like I said, you can go through all the menus and everything else, and right there is the infotainment system that all let me not say the infotainment system. Reason why I'm saying it's the infotainment system because they are joined together now. They're not anymore separated, because this is the driver's digital cluster, which has all the infotainment and all the information and all the stuff that you need. And right here it has all the stuff that you need to use. But one thing that irritates me that I just noticed about this car is that when you click on this stuff, they make this sort of quite annoying noise, because this is obviously part of Audi's thingy. And also Audi does have this AI driven thing that you can also jump into and you can also use as well. But under here, which is your glove box, you have more than enough space to fit in a lot of stuff. You also do get this flush look of it. Instead of it sitting this way, it's sitting flush inside to make it look much more nicer. But let's jump into the inside of the back seats. But before we do that, the seats on these cars are so comfortable. I have never felt any Audi seat that is uncomfortable, to be fair. Audi seats are very nice, especially since they have this quite of huggy part of it as well. And even for someone my size, it is very comfortable in here. But like I said, let's jump into the back seats and see if the back seats are any different from the front. All right, we're in the back seats now, and yes, you can tell that Audi has actually changed the Audi A5 in many more ways, because if you're sitting in the back seat, there's no way you can't glance over and look at the infotainment system, because it is bright as daylight, especially if you have a passenger screen as well. But besides that, the seats at the back are super comfortable. You can actually control the climate controls from the back. You get 2 vents as well here. You get 2 USB ports, and you get a plastic feeling as well. I hate this plastic thing that Audi has at the back of their seats, but the seats in the front, the design of it look very sporty and very nice. You get pockets also here as well. You get this lump in between, which means you can't actually sit in the middle, so you have to obviously sit here. But one thing, if you don't know about Audi customer base, most of the people are not always driving Audis, are not actually just normal regular people. They're businessmen and women who are always transported in cars like this. So that is why the Audi A5 feels more luxurious to be inside, instead of it just being a normal base model like most Audis are, especially since it also comes with an armrest with 2 cup holders and no through load. Funny enough, no through load, but the armrest is very big and bulky as well. And also, since if you don't use your armrest, you can put your cup holders in there, which you can fit 2 cup holders, and also it has an armrest, and also it has sun blinds as well. And yes, you get full on plastic at the bottom and also at the top, because you start losing the feeling there. But the armrest is made out of leather. But if you jump back in, you get anchor pointers right here for your baby seats as well, which is very good and very comfortable. You also do get seat belt harnesses as well. But besides that, nothing else is very interesting in the back. But let's go and see how big the boot is for cars like this, for the Chinese market especially. The boot space now, and like I said, well, since it's fully redesigned, obviously it's going to have more boot space. And one thing you do see is that the tailgate is very large. You can obviously close it via your foot, but you can't do it without this key in your pocket. But everything else at the back is big, especially since you get this bigger boot space and also a holder inside here to hold some of the stuff. You do get your components obviously at the bottom as well. You also do get this finish. I love that Audi is starting to use this metallic finish instead of using a full-on plastic like most companies are doing, but also you still get some plastic parts as well. But the boot is very big, and if you think it's not big enough, you can fold your seats down to increase your luggage space as well. But why would you need a bigger luggage space? Because obviously you can fit in 3 or 4 suitcases just right here, and if you take this off, you can fit 5. But also these are very important because they hide your groceries and everything else. And since it is also a modern day car, you get electric tailgate as one part of the car. And also, it does give a beautiful look to it, especially after it's done closing. So what is my verdict on the Audi, A5? It's a very beautiful car. I think it is a modern statement to show where modern designs are going and what modern cars are being. And also, since everything is modern, some cars do fail a lot of things, which includes the climate control becoming digital instead of it becoming more knobby, and it does make the car feel a bit more too advanced for its time, and also a bit more annoying because climate controls are not supposed to be digital, they're supposed to be analog and also very easy to use. But I think this looks absolutely nice, and I also do think many people should consider it in their checklist if you want to buy something that is daily. You get a diesel and a petrol version of it, so it's a win-win for everybody else. But overall, it's a very cool